Yes. We are back. It is the CastWorthy podcast here for you. I am Big Steve, aka Last of a Dying Breed, on the Twitter machine, joined by Cenyour E this morning. It is Sunday, October 6th, and we're just throwing together some pregame banter.
Game
This,
day?
this morning, I see you got your crappy Eagles gear on over there.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
trash.
boy. Whatever.
I gotta find a way to mute you on this new software.
Hey, I just looked to see who the hell I'm playing this week in our league, and it says you're no Daisy. And I was like, who the fuck is that? Then I appropriately put hey fuck you in the chat trash talk. It's you.
It is I. Tis I. I decided to change my name last night. I was watching Tombstone late last night, and Doc Holliday is my guy. So I
Mm-hmm.
decided, why not? Let's switch it up a little bit.
You doing all right? Got a little something from Girl League. Think Lockett overperformed for you, but
Overperform. How so?
yeah, I mean, well, like Russell Wilson is a badass man. I will say that. So maybe maybe he didn't overperform, but I didn't expect him to score more than 10, and he just overperformed by 4. I think this is going to come down to under 10 points. Either way,
I think so too. One thing is, did you see the touchdown that Lockett caught?
that's like play of the year so far. That's
Yeah,
crazy. I thought it was the touch. Like I was only seeing the catch, and I was like, "Wow, that's amazing." Then I saw the whole play because I don't know what the hell I was doing when that happened, but I saw the whole play, and I thought Russell Wilson running out to his left to throw that shit was insane. Like the whole play together is nuts. Even
yeah,
more so than just that catch. That's a bad man. Russell Wilson's a
yeah.
bad is a bad man, yo.
And it seems like he's just getting better. Like his team is getting worse, but
Mm-hmm.
but him personally, he's making it happen. He's ridiculous, man.
Yeah, with
I
no
thought I was
offensive line, dude.
right, exactly. I thought I was gonna get more out of Lockett because he caught that touchdown pretty early. I think that was the first half.
Yeah,
So the rest of the game was pretty quiet, which that kind of bothers me a little.
I think people are starting to pick up this. I don't know how to pronounce his name, Dissy, the tight end
Oh,
over there,
Disley, Disley.
Disley or whatever. Yeah, he's starting to put up some numbers. They have a
Yeah,
connection going there.
he's been kind of killing it for the last few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Russell Wilson loves tight ends. Remember he had
Pause.
pause. Right? he had uh he had Jimmy Graham up there for a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
and he did all right with him, but it
Mm-hmm.
seems like he always finds a way to get to the tight end. Probably because his wide receivers aren't always that great.
Yeah, right. Like Baldwin and freaking who's the speedy guy they had over there? Percy Harvin.
Uh
Back
oh
in the
yeah
day and shit. They didn't
yeah
have anybody. They never had. He never had any top 5 receivers like ever.
right. Well, Baldwin was undersized, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Like
and
slot
then they
receivers.
brought right, and then Tyler Lockett came in, and he's a one trick pony. He runs a deep ball.
Yep.
He can't run a slant route. Can't run anything else except for um, a deep route.
Yep.
So, so yeah, it was surprising for him to get 14 points on Thursday night. Especially, it looks like the Rams' defense is not a shell of what they were last year.
Yeah. I was noticing that too. So I think the defensive line is still getting pressure. They're still good, obviously, with Darnold. I mean, he's not, they're double, triple teaming him. He's still providing pressure, but the secondary seems to have, I don't know what the hell they're doing. The secondary's getting burnt a couple of times. I mean, Tampa Bay put up like 50 something on
50,
those guys.
55 points.
Jameis Winston. I mean, that's just nuts. I mean, I know that they have good, receivers. You get a good one, and Evans they're no slouches, and then the tight ends too, Howard and Brate. But I don't know, man. I don't know. It just dawned on me last week though, over the weekend, that they still have this. I forgot about the Super Bowl slump. The losers of the Super Bowl usually don't do well. And I say they don't do well, and they're 3-2, but they lost 2 in a row. They lost their last 2 in a row, and the 3 that they won weren't really that convincing wins, in my opinion. I think they just kind of eke those out. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with them, because Seattle just hopped over them, right, in the division. San Francisco gets a win today. I don't know who they play. I think they play the Browns, right? Or something like that. Let me see.
I'm working on getting that schedule for
the Browns. Yeah, it's the night game, the Browns. So San Francisco coming off a bye. If they get this win, they'll be 4-0. So that division, the Rams might be trying to fight a wild card with you guys. Because when we win the division, maybe you guys and the Rams and whoever else in the West.
Yeah, right. Exactly. I don't think there's even need to comment on that. I don't foresee you guys winning the NFC East.
It's gonna be tight. I will not put money on that, and neither will you, because we'll find out. Today will show, man, if you guys lose to the Packers today, it's going to be like. I want to give a shout out to. Here's my first prediction. I predict that VP is bullshit when he says he can't get to his laptop. I think he's looking up the second whistleblower info because he all into his political shit, and I think he's researching that. And I think EJ is praying to a porcelain god right now. I think he's hungover.
EJ's running around Baltimore in love. He's posting all types of, he's posting all types of selfies with him and his new lady friend all over.
I've seen that.
Facebook, and he even had one with the headboard in the background. So he act like we can't read between the lines, little bitch.
He's out there having brunches.
Yeah, he's probably filling himself with mimosas and French toast.
To you.
For real. And VP, he's a Dolphins fan, so he wants nothing to do with talking about football.
Well, I mean, if for once he can rest, relax. The Dolphins are on a bye. You know what I mean? When your team's on a bye, I act a fool when my team's on a bye. I don't know when is that. That's gonna be like week 10 for us. Week 10, I'm gonna be acting a fool. My team's on
the bye. Dolphins will still find a way to lose this week.
Probably.
somehow, some way. They'll lose.
Someone they'll be asking for a trade this, tomorrow.
Someone will get hurt playing basketball or some shit. Something they shouldn't be doing.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's look at what we got going on today. The schedule is there. Jaguar. So this is just a Sunday game, and I think the Monday game is the Browns and 49ers.
Yep.
Yeah, you did say that.
I said it was the night game. It was Monday night. Okay.
Yeah, it's Monday night. Monday night games have been shit the last few weeks. Terrible.
Yeah, right. And then the Thursday games have been hot. It's kind of
last
weird.
week. What was it last week? The Jets and fucking. It was just a terrible game.
Yeah, who the hell did they play?
Jets last week. The Monday night game was.
Oh, no, actually, it was Steelers, Bengals.
Oh yeah, Steelers Bengals last week. That was nasty. Ugh.
That was
disgusting.
I didn't even watch that game. Like, who cares? Sorry, Steelers fans. Really
and
sorry.
I didn't have nothing.
Jeez.
Right, and I had nothing going on in fantasy. You know,
Right.
if you have something going on in fantasy, there's a reason to play. But there's nobody relevant on the Bengals right now.
No, man. Even, I mean, Mixon's like a flex player. He's like turned into a flex player. Mixon. Yeah. That's about it.
Without a doubt.
I mean, no one's got Dalton on their team unless they're tanking. He's horrible. Nobody.
Yeah, no. I mean, John Ross, he's now hurt. Tyler Boyd, he's there. So I think he has a big week this week because it's him. Actually, I think that that young kid, there's I think he's like third or fourth on their depth chart at wide receiver. Is it Alden Tate? I think I picked him up in our league, as a matter of fact. I might.
Okay, so they're against the Cardinals at Cincinnati. Okay.
Yeah, he's a fast guy. The Tate guy. And you know he had a big week last week after John Ross got hurt.
Okay.
So there's a possibility that he has a really good game. Against the Cardinals, who, I mean, I guess they get Pat Peterson back this week. So that's going to play a part.
Yeah, I think they're going to run heavy Cardinals this week. They should. They think David Johnson should have the big game. They just do like, ball control, time of possession. Run him, have him coming out the backfield too. Those screens and flats and stuff, wheel routes. They should control that game, but
they should. But I don't know, man. They're young. So, Panthers, Jaguars. Let's start there. We've got for fantasy purposes, you got Leonard Fournette, right?
Yep.
On the other side, the Panthers' run defense is pretty good though. Last week they played. Who was it they played last week? Shit.
I look it up.
Was it
Texans?
Yeah, and they kind of shut the Texans down.
They only
Deshaun
put
Watson,
10 points.
Yeah, Deshaun Watson didn't do shit. They kept him on the run. They had, I mean, Texans don't really have a run game with Carlos Hyde and Duke Johnson, so
right.
Panthers might have looked, their defense might have looked better than it really is.
Right.
Last week, but they'll be against Minshew.
Yeah, man.
Gardner Minshew mania is going on down here in Florida, dude.
It is.
That's the porn stash and everything.
They like when they any of these quarterbacks that come out looking like some dude at a bar. Like the fans will immediately like gravitate to them because I think they see themselves and they're like, this guy kind of looks like me. I can go out there and do it. They see themselves, they envision themselves as that person, I think. But
dad bods.
Yep. The freaking the samurai like headband on that shit and
like
handlebar.
Like he just finished cutting the grass. So all right, did we hear anything this week about Jalen Ramsey?
Only that, well, not from him. I didn't hear anything from him. I just heard from management that they basically are saying, "Hey, I think the best thing in Jacksonville's best thing for them is to keep him." So they're just,
Right.
you know what I mean? They're like basically, the girls like, "Hey, I'm through. It's over. I'm done." And they're like, "Come on, baby, come on."
Yeah, just give me
They're
one more
still asking,
chance.
yeah, still making dates and reservations and shit. Just acting like the relationship's not over. But and he
Yeah,
just gets
they
like
still have.
weird illnesses and stuff like that. Like, oh, I can't practice. I got a cold.
Well, he also had a kid last week. He had a baby
Did
last
he?
week.
Really?
Yeah, so if he really wanted to, he could have taken maternity leave or whatever. Like,
Yeah, yeah. You could. VP would be down for that. The the
VP's all about the.
free something. The that's I'm trying to figure out how he handles this, because it's interesting, because the worst thing that can happen to Jalen Ramsey is he gets hurt, right? But I think
Yeah.
he shows that he has a lot of pride in what he does. So if he's out on the field, I don't know if he can just switch it off, and just play to not get hurt. Um, or if that helps him if he does, for his like trade.
So I thought about that too, and I was thinking about it yesterday when he was on the sideline,
Mm-hmm.
um, and you watched him, and he looked like when they made a good play, he looked like he was on board with him. He went to in the secondary, teammates, and kind of boosted him up and shit like that. So I just wonder how he's going to. First of all, if he's going to come back and play, that's number one,
Right.
right? Or if he's going to continue to play this injured thing. And
Mm-hmm.
two, like if they continue to win without
Yeah.
him, you know, do they want to play him? Right? Maybe they don't trade him. Maybe they just keep him miserable on the sideline and they don't play him.
Yeah. Make him be the bad guy. That doesn't help them though either, because it doesn't help either one, because if they win without him, then I would think it in their best interest to trade him and get something that they're asking for the moon right now. But if they, get reasonable, they get like some picks, maybe some pick player combination, and get what they
Mm-hmm.
can for him before it gets ugly. Uh, because if it gets ugly, then his trade value goes down, and that doesn't help him,
Right.
and it doesn't help them either. So I don't know. It's kind of weird. I can't call it. You would think, I don't know, if I was on it. Why does he want to be traded? Right? Because
Right.
he doesn't like Jacksonville. I mean, there ain't shit to do out there. It's kind of a boring place to be, I guess. But if they're winning, shouldn't he want to stay? Shouldn't that change his mind some? You know what I mean? Be like, hey, my team's winning. Actually, we have a chance here. The division is the division is in flux. When you got Indy now without Andrew Luck, so they're in flux. Houston just coming off a loss. I mean, you can't trust Tennessee, so the division is right there for them to have.
Right.
If he's all in, if this Minshew guy is not just a flash in the pan and he's something for real, but I don't know, man. I don't know. He can get a division title out of this.
Yeah, I mean they're looking for 2 first-round picks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, essentially, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, which
Which
is
ain't
what
gonna happen.
VP is doing.
That's not gonna happen.
Yeah, right. So there's VP, kind of chiming in a little bit. He says he doesn't think they want to trade him because they're asking him for so much, which makes sense, right?
Right.
They're asking for 2 first-round picks, but to your point, right? They
Oh, where did
Houston doesn't look so
VP's?
um
How did he
Indy's
respond on
without.
that? On his laptop?
What'd you say?
How did VP put that? How did he chime in on his laptop?
No, he's on the stream, Facebook.
Okay, I just want to make sure
Yeah.
he isn't like
on his laptop wall too.
Because you just like
Yeah.
played yourself if you did. All right, sorry.
Um. So yeah. So Houston hasn't looked so great. Indy's looking like trash without not trash, but they don't look like a contender without Andrew Luck. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean the Titans. 1 week they're going to put up 35, and the next week they're going to put up 7. You know what I mean?
Right.
1 week you're going to have Mariota throwing for 4 touchdowns. Derrick Henry running for 4 touchdowns, and then the week after you're going to have them, you know, kicking 4 field goals. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
Yep.
It's just they don't have an identity at all right now. The Titans.
Yeah, they're not consistent, and I mean, that's another long discussion. I think they need to hit the reset button on Mariota. I don't think he's going to bring them anywhere. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, they have Tannehill over there. That's their backup, right? So yeah, it's you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't.
Yep.
But they could go into the draft and look at something, in a later round to get someone to sit behind them.
Yeah. Yeah, we
But
need
so
EJ or something to come in here because you and I don't follow college so much, so I don't even know who's supposed to come in next year. I know the Tua
not
kid,
near.
right?
That's
Alabama.
it. Yeah, it's a
Uh,
it's a fight between the Bengals and the Dolphins for Tua right now, probably.
yep.
Right. So the other question though with the Jags is, what do you think happens when your guy comes back?
For Foles.
Foles. If he comes back week 8 and they're 5-3,
That's crazy, right? For him to be on the other side of that controversy
Mhm.
of do you stay with the hot hand or do you put in the healthy starter? Um, and I always say stay with the hot hand. You know, either case. That's why I was like last year when they were doing this thing with Wentz where he could have played, and I'm like, nah, man, you got to stick with the hot hand. With
Yeah.
Foles, and they played it smart. They didn't suit up Wentz and have him just sitting on the sideline as the number 2 because that would have been horrible. So with Foles, I think they just like slow play his injury, don't bring him back. As long as Minshew's winning, you know, just have him sitting out there undressed until stuff starts to go wrong with Minshew. Then you'll immediately see him come in as the starter
Right.
uh, if they're smart about it. But it's just tricky, right? Because like those teams are all going to be like within a game of each other for the division, so
Yeah.
they don't have a big window of margin of error.
So what I feel about that though is it seems like now that Minshew's in there, it seems like Leonard Fournette can't get off for some reason.
Yeah, it's weird, and I don't know what the blow up was with him and who was he arguing with last week? Is it the offensive lineman or defensive lineman
I
on the
think it was the
sideline?
old. I think it was an old lineman.
Oh,
I'm almost sure. Yeah. Um. But
yeah, I don't
yeah,
know
I
what's
mean,
it's weird. I don't know what's going on with that.
it. You don't. It's hard because last year he started off great, ended up hurt, right? And now this year he's got a different quarterback, and it seems like there's better quarterback play than what he had last year. But he can't get off. He can't hit the holes. He's not getting the opening. So I don't know if it's the O line or if it's a
Yeah.
mental thing. Um, but I think this is his last year with them. It's contract year. So if he don't do shit, he could be traded or he could be let go.
Yeah, yeah, he could, and I mean, it's hard to be a running back in the NFL and get that big payday. It's real hard. You saw how hard it was for Zeke, and then he's not helping the league. Week 4, 1 through 4, he's been. I mean, I still think that they should have paid him. I still think he's a top 3 running back in the league. He'd either be 1 or 2, and I'm not going to put what he's done so far to kind of diminish that, but he's not put up really good numbers so far. I mean, I think he'll
You talking
eventually catch up. Zeke.
you talking about Zeke?
Yeah, so he's not helping like to get that payout. Him holding out to get that payout, and then his performance through the week 4 hasn't helped running backs. But
Yeah,
I mean, I still think you should have paid him because, I mean, he's nasty. You know what I mean? And as we start to get into the later in the season, and it's getting cold, and teams start to run more and stuff like that, and these injuries start to pile up on the defensive end, and they're like, these people are running again and running again. I think that's when he's going to start eating, his bowl of Rice Krispies or whatever the fuck he eats. Um, but
he eats Eagles.
but we usually hold him down. Actually, if you go back and look at it, we usually hold him down. Our games have been tight. You think about it. I think we've had like 2 or 3 overtime games in the last 2 years.
Yeah,
Yeah, our games have been tight.
yeah. Zeke seems to always get off to a slow start when he doesn't get camp time,
Right.
which is really weird. And he hasn't had camp time, for the last 3 years or preseason time rather.
Right.
Either they decided they were going to not play him, or he was suspended,
Mm-hmm.
or he was holding out.
Right.
But historically, after the second week, third week, he starts to you start to see it. You start to see it change, right? You start to see him putting up numbers, getting crazy, and doing what he does.
Mm-hmm.
And you haven't seen it. Today, I think, is the day that we see Zeke get used a lot more. I think, the Cowboys had to be brought back to earth last week against New Orleans and understand that, as good as Dak was playing, you still have to run the ball. Like, you still have to, you got to open up the passing game with the run game and vice versa.
Yep. For sure.
And we didn't do that last week. And that's the same shit Jason Garrett was doing a couple of years ago that kind of, had us go from 12-4 to 8-8 or 9-7 rather.
Yep.
So
Keep doing it. Keep doing it. Keep doing it, Jason.
yeah. So I
I
think
believe in you.
this week is the Packers are not very good against run back. They haven't been very good against running backs out of the backfield this year.
Hell no. Jordan
Due
Howard
to
went off.
right. If Jordan Howard can do it, and then you got shit. Even Montgomery looked good, and he's the limited usage he's had aside
Right.
from the Packers game, he's kind of hasn't looked like what everybody expected him to be, with the
Mm-hmm.
Bears. So, and they're allowing tons of catches out of the backfield to running backs. And if anybody can do it, Zeke can do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Yeah, definitely for sure. That's where he's actually, I think, kind of dangerous. Like getting that guy coming off a freaking screen. You know what I mean? So then you're past the defensive lineman. He catches the ball. Now he's just running downhill. Like DBs don't want to
big,
tackle him.
big as
When
shit,
you know what I
fast
mean?
as shit.
Fucking like he's like a dwarf. Like he's a big like dwarf with just running downfield. Like it's crazy how he runs. But all right, so who you got on this game? Jags Panthers.
A mic drop.
Oh, that shit is crazy looking.
Mike Snowball.
Yeah. Oh, that's nice.
I got man, it's gonna be a good game, man. We didn't really touch on Panthers have a rookie quarterback with Kyle Allen.
Yep.
Right. So he's looked okay.
Yep.
McCaffrey, if the Jaguars can't stop the run game, McCaffrey's gonna go crazy.
Yep.
Which I hope they do stop him since you have him on your team.
I hope he goes nuts. Please.
Man, I'm gonna go Panthers this game.
You going Panthers?
Yeah.
at Carolina. I agree. So how are we doing this? We're just going to do outright or with the points? Because I'm seeing
You
Carolina -3.
you got the spreads up?
I on Yahoo Sports, I've got spreads right now. I don't know if they're comparable with everything else, but everything should be within a half point
It should
of
be pretty consistent. Yeah.
something else. So like Carolina, so that's a push. Like usually you get 3 points just for being at home, right? So I think
Yeah.
Carolina -3. Um, this is a pick 'em, and I'm going to go with the Jaguars. I just think
Jags?
that yeah, I think they have more options at offense, and if they come in with the right game plan, they could be more balanced. I think that um, if I was the defensive coordinator of Jacksonville, I would just if you stop McCaffrey, then that's it, game over.
Right.
So, which is kind of hard to do because he does so much. But
Yeah.
if it's depending on one person, and your one person is a running back, I think that I'm gonna have to give the edge to Jaguars there.
Okay. So you got the
Mm-hmm.
Jags. I'm taking the Panthers on that one.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Um what about next one is what's the spread on the next one? Because this is a big one.
Uh, yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be should be double digits here.
Yeah, this should be at least 16 points.
Frick is it at? Oh, yeah, 16 and a half. New England 16 and a half. In Washington, it doesn't matter. Um, are they starting Haskins?
That's the question. Okay. I'm back.
I have
100%.
no idea.
So who's the starting quarterback? I know they early in the week they went and they asked Gruden,
Mm-hmm.
and he said he was unsure who was going to start.
Yeah, they have to know right now, though. Hold on. Who is starting? Redskins. Um, so who's their third string, right? So it's like it's Keenum, Haskins, and is it Colt McCoy? Oh, they're starting Colt McCoy.
Starting Colt McCoy.
Yeah. So, man, all right, I gotta get my boy and put a bet in on this game. Um, holy shit. This is going to be a blowout. This is a free money game. 16 and a half?
You think the Eagle or you think the Patriots cover 16 and a half?
Yeah, because Belichick's a dick, yo, and he's gonna run up the score. Like he'll have Tom Brady in fucking fourth. You know, if they're up, if they're up by like 25 points, they're still gonna have his starters in and shit. So, yeah,
Is
16 and a
Edelman
half. Edelman's in. He had a chest because I started him in my draft in one of my draft Kings lineups. He practiced on Wednesday. He had a chest injury. It was obviously it wasn't a big deal, so he'll be starting. I actually think he's going to have a decent game.
Okay.
That defense sucks. That might be the worst defense in the league right now.
So I think Josh Norman will work to shut down Josh Gordon, right? Um
Or try to, yeah, yeah.
he's gonna work, yeah, that's gonna be his job today. Will it happen? I doubt it.
Mm-hmm.
Which that's gonna leave Edelman, you know, clean across the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Clean. And Dorsett open probably on the other side. But um man, that Patriots defenses look so good.
Yo, they are sick. That's like the most underrated defense I think going in right now. Like they are. I understand they played the Bills, and the Bills aren't like a prolific offense, but that defense is really good, really really good. They're kind of carrying Brady right now, in my opinion. The defense is nasty.
Yeah, I agree there. I'm gonna go Patriots. It's what is it, 16 and a half?
Yeah, yeah. I'm definitely putting money on this game. Do the same thing. Take it from me.
16 and a half. Well, the thing about it is what's the money line on it is the question, right?
I don't
If
know.
it's minus 1600, you know what I mean? You're gonna have to
Hmm.
put, you're gonna have to put down
Yeah,
800.
you won't. Yeah, you're not going to get a lot to get something, but I mean, I don't normally bet for big payouts. I kind of bet for like short payouts. You know what I mean? It's almost like I went to work, and here I went to work, and I just give you my check for going to work. You know what I
Right.
mean? Just get your guaranteed money. Put 100, a couple hundred on it, get something back, go out to dinner.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. That actually, I have a pick'em. Uh, I'm in a pick'em league. That started out with 41 people, and there's only 12 left.
Oh,
Um,
this what was the payout? It was a big payout, right?
yeah, it's a 1,025 to it's winner takes all. So 1,025 to whoever wins. I have 2 picks left. So you could have up to 4 picks, $25 a pick, and so I still have two of my picks left. I got killed by Cleveland week 1 on my other two.
Hmm.
Um, but there's only aside from my two, there's only 10 other people left, right? So
Okay.
I'm definitely picking the Patriots. I've been picking everyone the Dolphins play every week. Um, after week 1, and
Yeah.
then since they're on a bye, I'm definitely running with the Patriots on both of them,
Okay.
and it's not with the spread. So
Oh,
Patriots,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, the Patriots will cover.
Yeah. I'm looking at the list there, and I mean the Eagles should. I mean we'll get to that too, but the Patriots, yeah. I mean the Redskins. The Redskins might be worse than Miami, and I'm not even trying to like talk shit about Miami. I just think the Redskins are. You're on your third string quarterback, and all your quarterbacks are healthy. So that's just telling right there. You're not on your third string quarterback because um, people are injured. So when you're doing that, I start to think about the rest of the team. The rest of the team is like, I guess the rest of the team is like, what the fuck are we doing? I'm not going to go out here and hurt myself. So like, what's the effort of the offensive line and the running backs and the receivers and even on the other side of the field, like the defense, like what's the effort there when they're like, hey, we're on our third string freaking quarterback. I don't know what our direction is. I don't know what our vision is right now. We're definitely not playing to win. Um, I'm gonna just stay healthy. So
Yeah, yeah, and I mean McLaurin, their wide receiver that was killing it. I think he's out.
okay, yeah, yep. Richardson, I think was he doing? Oh no, McLaurin. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, that was the rookie, right?
McLaurin was the rookie. Yeah,
Yeah, we put up big numbers against us, which isn't saying much because our secondary fucking blows. But whatever.
yeah,
So we both got the Patriots on this.
yeah. Patriots 16 and a half. I think they cover that easily. Easily.
Yeah. So we got Bills at the Tennessee
Bills, Tennessee.
minus three. Titans minus three.
Titans are getting 3.
Yep.
So Titans are home underdogs, huh?
No, no, no. It's Titans minus three.
Oh, oh,
They're
oh,
giving up three. Yeah.
Titans giving 3. Yep, 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 yep. Okay.
Yep.
So wow, I think.
And what's his name? Is he playing? That's the other
Oh,
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. I think Josh Allen is out. Oh, I'm sorry. I think he's playing. I lied.
Yeah.
I think he's playing. Almost sure of it. If only we had
Today.
our VP of research.
Yeah. All right. I'm looking. Clears concussion protocol. Expected to play versus Titans. Okay.
Okay.
That
I'm
was
sorry.
yesterday.
I picked up the Titans defense everywhere, including in the league against you, because I was like, shit, if they got to go with,
That's a yeah.
right?
That's a good pick. That's a good pick. I forget how I did in my DraftKings. I forget who frick I took. Did I take? Yeah, I think I took them too.
I'm gonna have to revisit that.
I
I
took
have to.
Tennessee in my DraftKings for defense. Yes, yes, I did. Okay.
I
Yep.
might. I might have to change that up a little bit. Let me see who's out there.
Should be a low scoring game.
So yeah, I think it'll be low either way. Josh Allen is playing.
Who you
Uh,
got?
man, Josh Allen's playing. Um, you just never know, man. That Bills defense is good. Look what they did to the Patriots last week.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, they
Division game.
it is
Division
the
game.
but they
Yeah.
almost won that game.
hmm After like how many times they turned the ball over too? Like, didn't he throw like three interceptions and they were still like in that game?
Yeah, and with a backup. So I
Yeah.
think they're the defense is real. It's a real thing. They're stout.
Yeah.
They stop Derrick Henry. They rush Mariota. They win the game. So I'm gonna take the Bills to cover the 3.
Yeah. I'm with you. I think they come off of that loss kind of pissed off. You know, some teams come out of losses like kind of deflated a little bit, but I think Buffalo comes out of that game a little ticked off, and they try to exact their revenge out on Tennessee. Uh, um, I mean, Mariota, I predict him getting sacked at least three times in this game. Yeah, and at least one turnover from him, either fumble or interception. So I three sacks on him, or fumble or interception, and I agree with you. I think Buffalo wins this close game, but I think they knocked that one out. Boring game. I won't freaking watch it. Sorry, Bills and Titans fans. Your teams are boring and
Yeah,
dumb.
I'm gonna say if the Bills get to Mariota,
hmm
he gets hurt this week, and we see uh
Fanny Hill.
we'll see Tannehill
Yep.
because
That's
Mariota.
VP's boy.
Yeah, Mariota is made up of Greg Oden body parts. Like this dude gets hurt like
Yeah.
every year. It just makes no sense.
Is
Uh,
it too? Was it too early for me to like finish off some Basil Hayden's?
here- I thought you were drinking an old fashioned.
No, I didn't have time to make. I was freaking late, yo. I didn't have time to make my old fashioned. I just like went straight on the rocks.
It's probably because you were looking for that ugly jersey. Yeah.
Say that to my face.
All right. Ravens Steelers divisional. Um, what's the spread on that?
6.5.
6.5 to Baltimore.
Oh, I'm sorry. My order is different than yours. 3. Baltimore is giving up 3, so Steelers are home dogs.
That's it.
Yep.
Oh, I think that's guaranteed money too.
I hate division games.
Yeah.
I hate division games. I can't like. I've been burnt on division games so much, so I will not bet on that.
So can the Steelers stop Mark Ingram?
Uh, that's a good question. I don't. I say yeah. Well, I'm gonna pick the Steelers
Okay.
this game, um, which basically, I'm gonna pick them outright to win. I think they're gonna win this game. This is the most unsure game I got. This is. I think they're gonna pull out a win here. Um, I think they're basically going to commit to stopping the run and force Lamar Jackson to beat them.
I think if the Steelers win,
Hmm.
all that bullshit talk we heard about Lamar Jackson the first 2 weeks is the talking heads on Sports Center, etc. They're gonna switch up.
Oh yeah,
However,
because that'll be two in a row.
yeah, um, and to a divisional team with a backup quarterback with losing their
Two division
wide
losses.
receiver, yeah,
Yeah,
I'm going, but I'm going Baltimore. I think Baltimore covers the 3 on the road.
yeah. I mean, you make sense. I just something's in me telling me Pittsburgh today. But I'm very shaky on that pick. No.
Yeah, I mean they're home, so you would expect they're getting who they can cover,
Something,
right?
right? They're gonna. I mean, something. You know, a big game out of. They had something going with the Connor Samuels. You know, kind of like running back tandem they had going on there, and you know they get those two guys going and keep Baltimore off balance, and then start hitting Schuster. Um, make it easier on the backup quarterback. I don't know. But I mean, Baltimore's a nasty defense. Defenses travel, division game. They're coming off a loss against Cleveland, so that, you know, I'm sure they're pissed off. Harbaugh, you know, that team plays for him. They never like really have issues like infighting and shit like that. So he's gonna have his guys ready to play. So you know, I'm kind of arguing against why the fuck am I picking the Steelers, but I'm gonna stick with it. Something's in me telling me to go with Pittsburgh today. I don't know,
You know
but
who I think eats today is I think Willie Snead's gonna eat today.
oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Willie Snead. How much is he going like in fantasy in DraftKings? I might put a lineup in with him in it.
The
That
reason I
might be
think he
smart.
eats is I don't think Pittsburgh is gonna want to get beat deep, right?
Right.
Tomlin's gonna be like, when I'm not getting beat deep, right?
Hmm.
And then also to your point, I don't think they're gonna want to let Mark Ingram beat him.
Right.
So then you got the under. There's two guys. You're gonna have either Andrews, the tight end, who's been eating really well,
Right.
or you're gonna have Willie Snead. And I think the Steelers linebacker play is good enough to shut down Andrews, but I don't think they're fast enough to stop Willie Snead.
Okay.
So I think Willie Snead eats a little bit today.
Okay. That's quick throws though. You know, from for Lamar
Lamar.
Jackson. Yeah, that's gonna have to be really quick, anticipated throws. I don't know
Willie
if he's
Snead.
developed that.
Willie Snead's gonna be on a yeah. He's gonna run the slant routes quickly.
Okay.
So we'll say
So
DraftKings Willie Snead costs 4,500. So
that's it.
I'm gonna start a lineup. So we said out of the games we went through so far, any defenses that you think we should put into this lineup, or you think
You said you said Tennessee, right? Or do you say
I
Buffalo?
I like Tennessee before Allen, but I think there's games left that I would prefer a defense over all
Okay.
of these teams so
All
far.
right. So from Jacksonville, Carolina,
Yeah,
I've
I
got
don't
no
think
player there. I've got
no
nothing.
no you got
Patriots, Redskins. I would put Edelman in. He's probably not. He's probably a value pick right there.
Edelman is right now.
And I might take that defense, but they're probably cost a lot.
They're the top price one, and I think they're going to be the chalk this week.
Okay.
They're 4,300,
Okay.
and
That's a lot for defense.
yeah, yeah.
What about Edelman? How much is he? Is he
Edelman is
under six?
Edelman is 6,300.
That's
So
not the top, right? So he's still got Hopkins up there. What is he like 7?
other people at 6,300 in that range, you got Juju Smith-Schuster, Tyler
Nope.
Boyd,
Nope.
Stephon Diggs at 62, Larry Fitz at 6,000,
Too high.
Alshon Jeffrey at 5,900.
Mm.
And Michael Thomas at 6,600. So he's only 300 more than Edelman.
Bridgewater to Thomas. I hope that shit doesn't happen because I know you got him. Um,
That's going to happen.
yeah, probably will. In New Orleans, we'll get to that. But I'm like, man, I'm feeling Edelman today.
Edelman? All right.
Really, yeah, I really am.
So we got Edelman and Snead in right now.
Mhm.
All right. So Cardinals, Bengals. Bungles versus Cards. You got
Who cares?
no John Ross. You got Andy Dalton. I think that tells us enough right there.
Um, Bengals
What's the spread on that?
-3. Bengals are favored
Because they're home.
because they're home. Someone's got to win a game here.
So Cardinals
Oh,
lost.
3-1,
No,
0 and
I was
4.
gonna say. Remember, the Cardinals already have a tie. So did they
Holy
tie
shit,
0-0?
man. Uh, uh.
What about So all right, the Cardinals lost Christian Kirk last week.
Okay.
Okay,
You said
they're
they get
still
Peterson back, right? They get Peters back.
they get Peterson back
Hmm.
this week, so he'll probably be on Tyler Boyd. He's gonna shadow Tyler Boyd.
Right.
That's why I think that Tate kid is gonna get a little money.
Okay.
Um, so but David Johnson. I think David Johnson's gonna go crazy this week.
Yes.
I
How
think
much
he
is
goes
he?
crazy. David Johnson is 7,500. He is the fifth highest running back on the board.
I would do that
All
if
right,
you. Yeah.
let's
I
get
think in
David.
my one lineup I got Zeke. I don't know if you
Okay,
can get Zeke and him, because
I
that's
got Zeke.
Zeke's probably high. Zeke's
Well,
like 8,300 or something, wasn't he?
yeah,
Okay.
we can probably make it happen. Depends on where we're gonna have to save some money elsewhere.
All right.
So who you got in this game? Cardinals or Bengals?
I got the Cardinals getting their first win. I think Kyler Murray is going to get his first win here. Just I
I
don't know.
don't.
You got a veteran team. I mean, Fitzgerald's the leader on that team. You get Peterson back, and I think they find a way to pull it out in Cincinnati. I think I don't know, man. I don't even see the leadership on that team in Cincinnati. You know what I mean? I don't.
Yeah,
What's I don't know what their identity is. The Cardinals. Um, I think they rally behind this quarterback and they find a way to make this win. And I think convincingly. I think they win by more than 10
think so.
in Cincinnati. Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
would I would this is a sneaky I might put some money on this game too.
because it's gonna
Thinking
be
about it.
close. I'm gonna go Cardinals as well. I
Hmm.
think David Johnson is going to be able to run on the Bengals defense easily. I think he's gonna, if he can't, he's gonna catch crazy. I think Larry Fitzgerald catches 8 passes for about 70 yards this week,
Hmm.
and a touchdown, um,
Hmm.
easily. Yeah, and I think on the other side of it, you're gonna have Andy Dalton. He'll get his unders off. I don't know if since they only have one wide receiver. You have technically you have Peterson shadow him, and then you stack the box against Mixon. I
Uh-huh.
think I think the Cardinals win this game, like you said, convincingly, easily. I think they win by 10 or better.
Okay.
Falcons Texans is a tough one. That's our next one.
Yeah. Atlanta's uh they're just not good, man. Embarrassed that I've lost to that fucking team.
That
That
team is a team that has no identity, man.
yeah, they're. I mean, I don't get them, man. I don't get them. There's always a lot of hype with them going into the year, and Matt Ryan and Julio Jones and blah 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 blah, blah. And they always just fade out. I don't, I don't get it. Um, Texans coming off a tough loss, and the spread is Houston. Ooh, Houston -4. I
Houston.
-4. What do you
Okay.
got?
Ooh. Houston -4. Um. Let's see. That's a challenge. So Matt Ryan looked like shit last week. He couldn't get the
Mm,
ball to Julio Jones when it was necessary.
right.
Deshaun Watson looked like shit last week. I think
Hmm.
Will Fuller is gonna ball the fuck out this week with the
Yep.
Texans. I think Will Fuller balls. I think they uh DeAndre. I think they try to shut him down a little bit,
Hmm.
and I think that's gonna leave Will Fuller open. Or what's the dude's name that came from
Stills.
yes. I think one of those two guys are gonna
Yeah.
go crazy.
Stills is in. I don't know if he's questionable or not, but yeah, I don't like Atlanta's defense. Home game in Houston. Uh, I go with Houston all day on this, even with the
Houston.
points. Yeah, even with the 4 points, I still go Houston here.
You got
Um,
Houston. So you're taking Houston giving 4?
yeah, I think, and also I think Falcons coach gets fired this year.
Mm.
Gone, gone. I think he hit his peak getting to the Super Bowl and being up by like 20 something points in the Patriots, and that's about as much as you're going to get from him for the rest of his life. Sorry,
So
Falcons fans.
so all right. I'm gonna get Falcons. I'm going Falcons.
Okay.
You got Texans covering 4?
Yeah. Yep. Not putting money on this one though.
No, I wouldn't bet this game. I wouldn't
Mm-mm.
bet it. Um
Nope.
Texans.
This is the big one coming up here. I gotta. I'm gonna have this next one
This is division.
rolling. Yeah, I'm gonna have this next one rolling while I'm watching my game. Buccaneers at New Orleans. Big
So
game.
all right. Any DraftKings guys from the Texans or the Falcons that we want to get in this lineup?
You said Will Fuller, and I actually have him in my lineup. One of my lineups.
So far I have David Johnson, Edelman, and Sneed, and Will Fuller, who I think will also be chalky, is only 4,500 as well. So at 4,500 for him to go 3x, he only has to get 13 points. So if he scores a touchdown on like a 70-yard bomb
Hmm.
or a 60-yard bomb, that's his points right there. That's 13
Right.
points, and that's 3x. And then anything else is extra.
Okay.
So I'll put him in for now. We'll pencil him in. We'll have Fuller, Sneed, Edelman, Duke Johnson. Or I'm sorry, David Johnson right now,
Okay.
and we'll move from there. Devin Singletary is inactive against the Titans, so the Titans defense
Really?
might be So that
Who's
means
the who are the Bills' backup
Titan
running back?
Frank Gore.
Oh,
Yeah,
shout out to Irv, thinking
yeah,
that Frank Gore is a player, but he still is. I mean, I can't fucking like Frank Gore is like older than us, I think, or something. Maybe older than you guys. Uh, And then you got like the gray, like beard shadow.
Yeah,
Frank
yeah,
Gore has been in the league since like Marshall Falk. It seems like
yeah. Frank Gore is a OG. OG.
he might have really been in the league when Marshall Falk was in the league. I'm thinking
He's
about it.
Frank Gore is what 15
Maybe.
years. I think he just hit number 3 on the rushing list on yardage.
God, like through attrition, it's
Yeah,
like bullshit stats.
yeah. He's been in the league forever. Um. All right. So Saints and Bucks. What you got?
Ugh,
We need a tight end.
God damn. Ooh, my
We need a
God.
tight end, a flex, a defense, a running back, and a QB.
God, you could take so much from this game. Um, See, you look at the Saints at home and what they did against Dallas, and you're like, okay, they're gonna be able to shut down Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, Winston actually stood up against a really good rushing, uh, pressure from the Rams in that front, and he was able to put up 50 something points. Uh,
What's the spread?
Saints 3, Saints Saints -3, so it's close. This is another pick 'em. I'm going to go with Tampa Bay on this game.
I got the Bucks too.
You got the Bucks too.
Yep.
I think this is going to be an awesome game. I think it's going to be like fantasy point galore on this game because this
Yep.
shit might go to overtime and you might get bonus points.
I'm game. What's the over? Do you have the over under on it on that same screen that you're looking at?
No, they just do spread.
I got it.
Hang on for a second. Let me.
I got it.
You do
Yeah. The over
46.
46. So that's what 20 26-20 is basically what they're saying. They're saying the Saints are going to win 26-20 on that 46 over under.
Yeah,
I think I think it goes more than that. I think it
yeah,
goes something like I think it goes like something like 34-27 or 28.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You got to
And
take somebody from this game in your DraftKings, and see. I would think it would be Thomas that you take. I want to say Goodwin, Goodwin,
mm,
but because you can't shut him down, right? You can't like, hey, you're not gonna like double him, right?
right.
If you're gonna double anybody, you'd be Evans.
You're doubling Mike Evans. There's OJ Howard.
Yeah, and Ronald
Cam Brate.
Jones still okay. He can catch out of the backfield, right?
This might be well. Peyton Barber usually does the catching, but I think Ronald Jones. This might be the week he takes over the number one spot for them.
Okay.
If the Bucks can get out to a long lead, up by more than 10 or 10 or more, then I think we
Hmm.
see Ronald Jones pounding it. Cam Jordan is just so fast off the edge, man.
Yeah.
Last week,
Ladder. Go ahead. Go
I
ahead. Go
mean,
ahead.
if they got through our O line, it kind of scares me a little bit because the Bucks O line is not very good.
Exactly. You said that's the counterpart to it, right? So I'm like, I mean, like, but who? Like, I keep thinking about that, and then I'm like, but they faced the freaking Rams, defensive line, and Winston stood up. I mean, he threw one pick.
Right,
You know what I mean? And it wasn't the worst pick. It wasn't the worst throw. It wasn't like typical Jameis Winston, throwing some bullshit. It was just like it was actually more of a really good defensive play than him fucking up, in my opinion. But um, I don't know, man. This
so Godwin is
Lattimore's gonna cover Evans 1-on-1. Do
Godwin
they
is
double Evans?
6,900.
Huh?
Godwin is 6,900 and Edwin Evans rather is 7,100. So they're
Yeah,
one and the
balance
same.
there.
But then Michael Thomas is only 6,600
Gotta take Michael Thomas out of this. Got to for that amount.
with the PPR. He's probably going to catch 9 balls today.
Yeah, you've got to take Michael Thomas.
All right, let's pencil him
Have
in.
to.
That brings us to 5150 average per player left, but we'll make some of that back on defense.
Did we take a quarterback yet?
No, but QBs aren't that expensive this week unless
Right.
we go top tier.
Right.
All right. Vikings Giants.
Uh, man, I want to say that the Vikings should win this,
What's the spread?
but uh, the spread. I'm all over the place here. Hold on. The spread is Minnesota minus 5.5.
That's it.
That's a trap.
That's it.
That's it. Why would they do that? It's in New York.
That's
I
a
mean,
touchdown.
is Kirk Cousins really that bad?
That's a touchdown. I think Kirk Cousins is the quarterback we should go with.
Wow.
Price wise,
Okay. Yeah, 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 yeah.
if we're trying to
Yeah,
get Zeke in, right?
exactly. Because
Because
the
Kirk
Giants,
Cousins,
the Giants' defense isn't good. They're opportunistic, but they're not good.
yeah, people are not going to play Kirk Cousins for one. For two, he's only 5,300, and for three, he just got called out last week.
Yeah, by what's his name?
Adam Thielen.
Stephon Diggs. Oh, Adam Thielen called him out
Adam
too.
Thielen. Yep. Adam Thielen said you got to get the ball down the field.
Oh shit. He's like, I don't gotta do shit. I got millions of dollars.
Yeah, for real. So, all right, let's put Cousins in
Okay,
for now. We could always
makes
come back
sense.
to it. We
No,
could
that
always
makes
come back
sense.
to it.
I hear Cousins.
I think the Vikings win this game by at least 14 points easily.
Okay.
Easily. I'm not sold on Daniel Jones. Um well, well, they do get
Well,
they get Golden Tate back this week.
yeah, but
First week, I think Golden Tate catches 5 to 6 passes, maybe for 60 yards.
who's their running back now? Will Barkley
Gallman,
hurt?
Gallman,
Oh,
Wayne
Gallman.
Wayne Gallman or Will Gallman,
Okay.
but he's their backup, and he's not. I think he maybe runs for 50 yards on that Minnesota defense.
Okay.
Unless he breaks one, that defense is too good, and that's why I think they're going to be Giants are going to punt all game. Harrison
Yeah.
Smith back there. I mean Xavier Rhodes. Like, dude, that Vikings defense is stout. I'm going Vikings. At
Okay.
plus 5.5. Who you got?
Yeah, I go with the Vikings too in this. Um, I agree. The Giants defense just isn't that good. I think that even though uh, Johnson, even though what's his name, Daniel Jones, even though they won that game, he didn't really have a good game in my opinion. He threw some picks.
Last week?
Um, yeah,
Yeah, he
he,
didn't look as good last
he
week.
threw some picks. And the Vikings, they still have a decent defense. So I think that they cause some turnovers and disrupt Giants offense. And I think Vikings go up early too. Yeah, I'm feeling that. I think they go up early and then it becomes the Dalvin Cook show, actually. That's why I'm kind of hesitant about taking Cousins. They
Okay,
might go up early, but then I just think they just start just
running the ball.
pounding. Yeah, they just start running the ball.
Dalvin Cook.
Yeah. How much is he
Cook.
today?
Well, we don't have. Oh, we do have room for him. I think he's also 80. 84.
84.
Yeah, 84. He's gone. He's been eating 29, 31, 27, and 19 fantasy points each week so far.
Yeah, he's pretty much a sure thing. You know what I mean? He's healthy, and that was the knock last year. Was is he going to stay healthy?
And
Um,
he doesn't split carries. That's one
nope,
reason I like him a lot.
nope. He's the all down back. So
So Dalvin Cook or Zeke?
fuck. Green Bay
Mm,
sucks against the run, man.
mm,
And Cook is more. No, I'm gonna go Zeke still. I'm still
okay.
go Zeke. Yeah.
So Raiders Bears. What's the spread on that? I got actually. I think I brought the spreads up.
You got it.
Yeah, they've got the Bears giving 6.5 to Oakland with a 40 total over under
6.5 to Oakland.
six
This
and a half.
game, if Khalil Mack wants to kill anybody in a
Wait,
Raiders jersey.
but this game is also in London.
Oh, this is the London game. All
This is in
right.
London
So running backs usually go off. Ooh, Josh Jacobs today.
against the Bears defense.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
Maybe the Bears. So you got Chase Daniels. This is an ugly fucking game.
I think this is a trap game, dude.
You
I
don't
think
think the Raiders win this game, do you?
I'm taking the Raiders.
No, I got the Bears.
I'm taking the Raiders to cover 6.5. I think the Bears win the game, but I'm taking the Raiders to
Six
cover
and a
6.5.
half. Oh,
It's a touchdown, basically.
yeah, yeah. You're right. You're right. That is definitely the smart with the pick. Yeah, I think that happens too. I do think the Bears win, but Raiders cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, in London, 6.5. Derek Carr comes out. John Gruden. I mean, the biggest issue I have is Chase Daniels, and they're playing without Gabriel Taylor Gabriel.
Okay.
So um, I'm sold on the Raiders covering.
Okay. I agree. I am with you on that.
What's the next game? Uh oh, wash. What's the spread on this game?
Let's go. Don't matter. 35 points. It's what is the spread on this game? It is 14.
Ooh, and
Now, I want to say that we can cover the spread, but our defense fucking sucks. Our secondary sucks. It's a third string quarterback, uh, but it doesn't matter. Like we made Case Keenum look good. You know what I mean? It's like we our secondary is depleted too, and we actually have like backups in there to
yeah,
our. You know what I mean? Darby's out. I think Sidney Jones is
it's every
questionable
year.
out. You know what I mean? So you got Orlando Scandrick, and I think we just signed somebody off.
You just signed Scandrick.
Yeah, but I think we just signed someone else too.
Oh,
The only good thing is that we might cover the spread. The only reason I think we might cover that 14 is because so Bell is your biggest threat, right? But we're actually
absolutely.
really good against the run. We're actually
Right.
pretty decent against the run, so we might be able to stop Bell.
And you got
Um,
to stop him from catching passes out of the backfield.
that's one thing too. Well, we get our linebackers are healthy this week, so I don't know. I don't like a matchup any linebacker against Bill actually, but I think that we see a lot of screens I think Bell might be actually sneaky good pick because I think we see a lot of screen plays and shit like that actually try to nullify our rush. But no, I am taking the Eagles with that
Covering 14.
covering 14. And it's like it's killing me because Deshaun, we still can't take the top off the defense because Jackson's got. They're keeping it quiet that he's got a fucking sports hernia and he just won't get the fucking surgery, which I wish he did week 2. But we won't see him until we play Minnesota, I don't think. So we still only have kind of a gimpy Alshon Jeffrey, Nelson Aguilar can't catch. Um, I think we see a lot of tight end, 2 tight ends, Goddard and Zach Ertz probably get off this week. 14 fucking points.
I got the Jets.
With
I
that
think
spread.
I think the Eagles win. I got the Jets covering 14.
Yeah, I'm taking the Eagles with the 14. I got the Eagles.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Do we start Carson Wentz?
I have him in my DraftKings lineup in one of them. Yeah,
Wentz
I'm
is
putting one
6,100.
together like you said too. Where I got Kirk Cousins, but I like because what? How much is he? He's not that much.
6,100.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I know that fucking Peterson likes to throw the ball a lot, even when I'm like, "Hey, dude, run the fucking ball, run the fucking ball." But he's going to throw the ball a lot, so he should give us some points.
Do the Wentz Goddard connection.
I think Goddard gets off this weekend. I really do. But that's not the tight end I would take.
All right. I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna put Wentz in for now.
Okay.
Broncos Chargers. In LA, and the Chargers are giving 5.
The Chargers are giving 5.
Yep.
What happened to the Broncos?
That defense is good. Joe Flacco happened to the Broncos.
Yeah. I saw something that's scary with Denver. Like it looks like Vontae Miller's starting to get really frustrated. So I don't know, man. I could see this is the coach. This is a rookie coach, right?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. You might start to see a split or rift happening there with
Well, it's divisional.
defense, offense. You know what I mean?
It's divisional.
It is divisional, and
It's
this
huge.
is like if the Broncos lose this game, they're done. They're just done. They're just out. Um, they might as well just pack it in. I've got the Chargers with this and the points.
Chargers covering the 5.5.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm on that.
Yep. Gordon comes back this week, right?
Yeah. Um. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. That defense is good. Oh
They are
wait,
good, but they're pissed
but
the fuck
Bradley
off.
Chubb got hurt.
Yeah, Bradley Chubb is hurt.
Ooh.
But yeah, man, I don't know about Denver. They don't got a lot going for them. I like Lindsey. That's about it, man.
Yeah.
And he's
I
like,
think
I think he's cheap. You might put him in your flex.
I think Flacco is a quiet sleeper.
For
Um.
what? Like he's asleep? Do not listen to do not listen to what Big Steve is saying about Flacco. Please don't put him in any lineup
The
ever
the,
again.
the
He's done.
Chargers. The Chargers
No.
defense is depleted.
They are, but no,
All
man.
right.
No, nigga. He's just worried about his hair.
All right. Remember, I said it. Flacco might go for 4 touchdowns today.
Yep.
Chargers score 6, but All right. And now we have the one game that matters. Right. This is probably the biggest game in the NFC.
Okay. So, well, yeah. I mean, because it is actually a really big game because it's one of those. It reminds me of the who just played the Rams, Tampa.
Uh, Tampa Bay.
So it was like, well, not actually then, but so the Rams were 3-0, and to lose two in a row kind of really sucks. So which both of these teams are 3-1. They started off 3-0. Whoever loses today, you're gonna hear like it's just gonna be a long ass week. Whoever loses two in a row out of these two teams, I think especially Dallas because everybody's gonna be like, all right, well, your first three games you played were high school teams, and you know how are you guys doing against teams that have a winning record? So I think there's some pressure. Dallas plays better on the road, I think, than at home. I think Aaron Rodgers has got a winning record in that stadium. But Devontae Adams being out thanks to turf toe, and that's why we fucking won that game was because he fucking went out. I was like, yo, when I saw him catch that ball, I was pissed off. And then when I saw him grab his foot, I was like, oh God, thank you. I'm like, there's a God because he was torching us. Uh, I think that actually helps you guys, and why we fucking won that game. I think that puts you. I think that guy gives you the edge, and I think that allows Dallas to win. Now, what's this? What are you guys getting? Is it three? You're
This
giving up three, or
3.5. I think we're giving. Yep. Dallas is giving
yeah? I
3.
think I think they win and cover the spread. Unfortunately, because Dallas fucking sucks,
Well,
and everybody associated with them
could you
can't
say that
stand y'all.
again? Could you
What?
say? Just tell me again that you're choosing the
No.
Cowboys.
So Colts, Chiefs. What you got on that?
So we're doing putting Zeke in at the running back spot, right?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. So I got Zeke in. I got Zeke in, and let's look at the rest of that lineup now. Carson Wentz, Zeke, David Johnson, Edelman, Fuller, Sneed, and Michael Thomas. We need a tight end and a defense. Um. All right, so we've got the Chiefs and the Colts. That's the late night game, so they won't make a difference on our lineup. But um, Chiefs and
Mm-hmm.
Colts. And the spread on that game is Kansas City. Shit, Kansas City is given 11 to Indy.
Oh,
Yeah, with a 56 over under.
nah. VP Research hit us up with some news that might change our lineup and DraftKings. Definitely for me, that T.Y. Hilton is cleared to play.
Ty's playing.
Yeah. I'm taking Indianapolis to cover, Chiefs to
Okay.
win.
Chiefs win. Indy covers.
Yeah.
Primetime game.
Primetime game. Primetime game. Two good coaches. Uh, this is why can't I freaking pick up T.Y. Hilton in this? Do you see him on DraftKings at all? I can't even pull him the fuck up.
Yeah, Ty is. Oh, he won't be on. He won't be on the main slate because it's a night game.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah, because it's the night game, so he won't. He won't show up for you.
Shit. All right.
Mm. Ty usually blows up. Um, man, Is Marlon Mack playing though? Because he got hurt last week, didn't he?
Freaking Gimpy, man. I wouldn't put anything on him, but I don't think it matters that much. Um, they're still all right. Their offensive line's good, so you can put whatever running back there. I think they would perform the same. Chiefs offense. I'm sorry, Chiefs defense isn't all that great, so I think it's a push whatever running back you put back there. Um,
I think the Chiefs cover the 11.
Chiefs cover. I just don't know who to take from there as a player.
I'm not sure.
You think Kelsey comes out with a big game tonight?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, that's who
Yeah,
you got.
Kelsey's gonna eat. Um, I think is Ty or not Ty is Tyreek Hill back?
Oof, don't know. Um,
Because they were talking about all week that they think he could potentially play. So let's see. He's on Al's team. Let me look at Al's team. See what they're saying about Ty or Tyreek. Tyreek Hill is out.
Terry kills out.
Yep,
Okay,
yep.
doesn't matter.
And Marlon Mack is questionable. I'm
Marlon
going.
Mack is questionable.
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm going Chiefs. Chiefs are going to cover the 11. You
you
got
think
the
they covered the 11?
yeah, yeah. I think they win by 17.
And put some money on that.
Yeah. What do
Five
you want to do?
bucks.
Yeah, let's do 5.
Five. Let it be written. $5. I got Colts cover, right? So it's spread, right?
Yep.
Push is a $0.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone's going to win by 11 or lose by 11 exactly, but we'll do that.
Stranger things have happened.
That's a true statement. So we need to
Yeah. What gaps do we have here?
we
May
got to
have some
fill in.
shuffling.
All right, so let's fill in a defense. Um the defense I was going to go with is the Eels, but with the lineup that we have, we only got 3100 remaining per player.
That's too much. They're 3,700, and I still wouldn't take them. Uh, we got 3,100. Take
Yeah,
Buffalo.
31 is Buffalo,
Yeah.
but then we still need a tight end. So
All
the
right.
tight ends we can get are Cam Brate,
Okay.
Kyle Rudolph,
Okay. And Kirk Cousins might be like, "Fuck both of y'all," and just throw the ball in Kyle Rudolph.
Dallas Goddard,
Mhm. Yeah, I could see him
um,
scoring once.
Darren Fells in Houston, Jeff Swain with the Cowboys. Oh, Noah Fant, the one in Denver.
Denver. Yeah. Like I've been looking at him, and I would
He's
think
at
he would score a lot more. I don't know. Because Flacco's pretty usually has connections with tight ends, so
he's
I
got
don't
four.
understand.
He's got 4 targets every week so far.
I mean, that's serviceable.
Yeah.
I like O'Shaughnessy actually as a low, a good value tight end.
How much does he cost this week?
3,300.
Yeah, we don't have 33. We only got 31. What about Uzoma, Cincinnati? Arizona has been getting killed by the tight end every week.
Okay.
Um, but they do have Tyler Eifert. What else? There's Nick Van Nett, the kid, the guy that Pittsburgh picked up. He had
Okay.
how many targets did he have last week? He's only had 2 targets a week. Darren Fells in Houston has had
Yeah,
6-1.
I wanted to do font. Let's try no font one more time.
Okay. So we
We
put
got people
him.
in the background here. Look at this chaos.
We got. All right. So this is what we got right now. We got Carson Wentz, Zeke, David
Mhm.
Johnson, Julian Edelman, Will Fuller, Willie Snead, Noah Font, Michael Thomas, and the Bills defense. And we got $300 left.
Okay,
Any of these guys that you think should change?
go through it one more time.
Carson Wentz, Zeke, David Johnson, Edelman, Fuller, Snead, Font, Thomas, and the Bills defense.
Michael Thomas, right?
Michael Thomas. Yep.
No, I think you're good. I think you're good. I got one question for you, and as I was putting this lineup in while we were talking, I've got 4,800 for a flex spot. Should I go Aguilar, Frank Gore, or Ronald Jones?
Frank Gore. Oh, wait a minute. Aguilar, Frank Gore, Ronald Jones. Ooh, Frank Gore
Right?
against the
That's like,
Titans. Damn. I
yeah,
think
I'm leaning Jones, but
I
man,
think Ron
Gore's.
I think Ronald Jones simply because I feel like Ronald Jones can this is gonna be the week he takes over the number one spot
Right.
with
And we did think it was a high scoring game, could possibly
yep.
go extra innings. Uh,
I think
yeah, I'm gonna do that.
there'll be a pass interference on Mike Evans in the end zone, and he gets a touchdown from the 1 yard line
Something like that. Yeah.
without a doubt.
All
Personally,
right. Word. Submit. All right. I gotta get ready. My team's about to come in. Whoop some ass. And like I said, if for some crazy fucking reason we lose to the Jets, this is the last you guys are gonna see of me for a long fucking time.
for a while,
Because
yeah.
I will have hang my head in shame. Uh, there's no fucking way we could lose to the Jets.
Ooh. If you lose to the Jets, you're gonna never hear you'll never hear the end of it from EJ.
Yeah, I know. I know that. It's bullshit. Um, you've got happy man. Can't wait for regular season basketball to start. That's gonna be in a couple weeks. Start to see preseason games.
Well, they had last night the Lakers and Golden State played quick preseason game.
Yeah, I didn't see that. I want to check out highlights. As I saw, because we're in Orlando, we all I was getting was Markel Fultz makes his first jumper,
Yeah.
um,
Hey there.
first shot, and it looked kind of fluid, but I don't know. We'll see. It'd be
Yeah.
interesting.
All right. So we'll see. Hopefully the predictions look right. We'll keep tally of it, and you'll probably owe me
My predictions are right. I know that, but
uh,
hopefully I might have one wrong. If I'm wrong with anything, it's Green Bay, Dallas, but that's about it.
hey, just text me whatever you're putting on that Patriots game, and I'll I think I'm gonna double it up with you.
Okay. All
All
right.
right.
I'm gonna get my boy and see if I can put this in.
All right. Bet.
All right.
All right. Peace.
Peace.